Sometimes our attempts to win set us up to lose. I'm Colin Wright, and you are watching Consider This. All too often, rather than focusing on the achievement, what we tend to focus on is doing better than everybody else. Winning is no longer a personal victory, it's an outwardly reinforced success at everyone else's expense. Sure, there's situations where it makes sense that you want to do better than everyone else, when you're playing a sport, when you're playing a board game, when you're running for political office. But when we fixate on defeating other people, that's where the problem emerges, because then we're no longer focused on doing the best that we can. We're just focused on doing better than everybody else. And this can lead to all types of problems, all types of abuses as well. Because then there's plenty of incentive to not do better yourself, but rather to hamstring the competition. We see this a lot in terms of political elections, in terms of the marketplace. When you have to outcompete your competitor, in a lot of cases it's a lot easier just to make sure that they do worse than you, or to try to get legislation passed that prevents them from competing in the first place. So at some point it becomes less about you amplifying your own efforts to try to improve whatever it is that you're producing or whatever skill it is that you're putting on display, and instead managing a steady above average for yourself and making sure that you trip the other guy. So this is not just harmful for the political process and for the marketplace, but also for how we view ourselves. If our only sense of self-worth comes from external factors, then we are largely incapable, or less capable, of reaffirming ourselves from the inside. We are less capable of feeling like we are worth something, or feeling like we are winners to begin with, without somebody else telling us so, without some external factor coming in and patting us on the head. So in some cases, the best way to win may be to not win, or at least not fixate on that component of winning, not focusing on the zero-sum game version of being a winner. Much more valuable is to focus on ourselves and focus on iterating our own valuable skills, to focus on recognizing our own potential and recognizing the things that we do well, and then trying really, really hard to be a better version of ourselves than we were yesterday. And if we can make that the core focus of our energies, then we can't help but win. But very likely at everything else that we try to compete in, where there's other people involved, we'll also win there as a byproduct. You might say it's win-win. I didn't want to say it. I had to say it though. I had to say it. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up like would be awesome. A subscribe to my channel would be wonderful too, and then you can ensure that you see all of my videos when they are released. If you want to see more about me and my work, including the books that I've written, you can go to colin.io. If you want to check out my blog, my written work, you can go to exilelifestyle.com, and you can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet, Instagram and Vine and Twitter and Snapchat, @Colin is my name.